What's up guys, it's Trevor here. Arguably, it doesn't matter how much money you make, but how much money that you actually get to keep and contribute to your net worth. Now, before we begin, I invite you to save this channel by smashing that like button. Get it? Save money and save the channel? Okay, I'll stop. Now, since most articles online don't actually cover the exact figure of how much you should have invested and saved by every age, I'll be doing that in this video. So kicking things off with number one is the people ages 10 to 19. This age group are going to be called the teens. People ages 10 to 19. So for those Gen Z people that are watching this channel, how much should you have invested and saved up to your net worth from ages 10 to 19? Well, the ages 10 through 18, you really can't do anything unless you have help from your parents. But after you turn 18, you have everything in your control. So ages 18 to 19 is really realistically 2 years. And in 2 years, yes, you can achieve a lot, but expectations are going to be a lot lower. If you have $5,000 to $10,000 to your name, you're way ahead of the game. Congrats. However, I challenge you guys that are a bit younger, to start businesses, take risks, especially at this age. You have nothing or nothing much really to lose except your time. So use that to your advantage. Build something great, and you never know. Your net worth could be 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 by the time you turn 20. But that is for those specific people. For a majority of people, if you basically have a few $1,000s to your name, you're doing great. Just don't screw it up. Don't waste money on random things, and you'll be rocking and rolling. All right. So for my 20-year-olds, what should you do, and how much should you have invested? So in your 20s, it's going to be one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life, and what I'm talking about is going to be college. Now, personally, myself, I decided to take a gap year and still go to college so I have a backup in case anything goes wrong with my business. So I am definitely in the middle. I'm pro entrepreneurship, and also I would recommend everyone to consider at least getting a college degree that will be worth it for you, that will actually advance you and get you a job, high-paying job in the field that you're interested in. Don't get degrees that are just absolutely useless. I'm going to save you some time and just going to recommend you a channel called Shane, I believe. And he goes over a bunch of college degrees. Just watch his channel and pick out a degree that interests you and has a high-paying job. So that way you get the best of both worlds. Now, if you're in your 20s and you're in college, according to the national average, if you have a net worth higher than negative $27,000 to your name, you're way ahead of the game. So congrats. If you have just zero debt, that means you're already ahead of the people in the early 20s. Now, by late to mid 20s, you can expect to hit your first 6 figures in net worth. So $100,000 in net worth, that's in liquid and in investments. That is very doable if you play your cards right. In your 20s, I believe is going to be most important action steps and decisions that you can make in your life to either be a decade ahead of your peers or be way far back behind, just like majority of other people. So it's really up to you. You can party every day, you can buy coffee every day, or you can decide to take this sacrifice and just spend as little as possible. Anything that doesn't make you more money, don't waste money on that. So things like coffee, things that have a cheaper solution, go with that, because at the ages 20 to 29, people are not going to shame you for driving a beat up car, still living with your parents. But by age 30, things change around, and you should probably have moved out by age 30. So from the ages 20 to 29, consider living as cheap as possible and increasing your income and making as much money, saving and investing it as possible. Some other achievements in your 20s that you should try to accomplish are quite simple, and I really recommend it to every 20 to 29-year-old out there. Number one is going to be establishing credit history. This is so important when you need a loan for a car, for a house. And to save you some time, just watch this video right here about the best beginner credit cards for people just getting into building their credit history. Just pick one of those, follow the step in that specific video, and it'll teach you how to get a perfect 800 credit score over the time span of your life. And it really doesn't get as complicated as that. Just open up a few cards, put your minor expenses on it, and pay it off every single month. turn on auto pay just to make sure you always get that paid off and pay $0 in debt. Second is going to be opening up a retirement account. 401ks, Roth IRAs, SEP IRAs, whatever one fits your business, or if you are an employee, then consider picking one of those three and contributing to it year after year. For the majority of people that are going to have a Roth IRA, the yearly contribution currently is $6,000 per year. So consider contributing $500 every single month to your Roth IRA. So that way you max it out every single year. 12 times 500 is $6,000. So every year you'll be able to max it out just by contributing $500 every single month. And with that Roth IRA contribution, you'll be able to take that out when you're 59 and a half years old and take that out completely tax-free. Third is going to be, you need to consider starting to build an emergency fund. Emergency funds are super important as it gives you a backup in case emergencies happen, hence its name. In your 20s, you probably are going to be short on cash, so at least having a 1 to 2 month emergency fund is better than nothing. And putting that into a high yield savings account like American Express Savings or Ally Bank are some of my recommendations, are going to be a great way to still earn a little bit of interest while also having a backup fund in case things go down south. And number 4, when you are ages 20 to 29, the last achievement is going to be you need to start investing. At age 20 is the perfect time to get started investing and investing aggressively. And the reason is because you have a big advantage, and that advantage is going to be time. In your 20s, you have 40 years from 20 to 60 to invest compared to people that are just starting to invest at 40, 50, or 60 years old. With compound interest, with a simple investment like just buying index funds, you have time to compound. The investment will compound. And actually, if you look at this chart right here, the Ben and Arthur chart, the person that actually invested less but started earlier actually ended up having a higher net worth versus the person that started later but contributed more because of the power of compound interest in investing early. Alright, so by 30 years old, what should you have saved up? By 30, you should have 1x of your yearly income saved in your retirement savings account. What this means is if you make $100,000 a year, you should have $100,000 in your retirement savings, and you can do that over time by just contributing year after year, so that way you're not in a rush to contribute all that at once. Pretty simple. Apart from that, what are some other accomplishments that you should achieve at age 30? And by age 30, you should have a near 750 credit score, meaning it's going to be a score high enough that you're going to get the best interest rates on a mortgage or a car loan or any loans that you may need. Second, it's going to be no bad debt. Debt that does not indirectly make you money, so student loans, credit card debt, car loans, those don't really make you money. And the fourth achievement is going to be saving 20 to 25% of your yearly income. Pretty simple. By age 30, you should most likely complete those from ages 30 to 39. Pretty reasonable for most people to accomplish. By age 40, you should have 3x of your yearly income saved. So for example, $50,000 income per year, you should have $150,000 saved up. And the second one is going to be purchasing a home. If you haven't already, at age 40, you want to settle down. Having that stability of a home is going to be something that you should look forward to. So at age 40 to 49, consider purchasing a home. Now you can do this later or actually even earlier. It just depends on how much further or behind you are. So base this on that. And the third accomplishment and steps and goals that you should be working towards is going to be invest what you plan to spend. And let me explain what this means. So there is a rule inside investing where you can take out a certain amount every single year and still live off, grow and match inflation. And what this rate is let's say you want to live off $80,000 a year. That is a lot of money still for the majority of people, and you can definitely make it a lot lower. However, I'm just going to give you this example. So dividend stocks will pay you anywhere from 4 to 6%. If we take this conservative 4%, times this by the amount of income you want to have per year, so $80,000 times 0.04, that's going to be $2 million. You need $2 million so that you can still get paid from your dividend stocks 4% per year and live comfortably while also growing in value. So you're kind of evening out and you are able to, one, still have your investments, but two, enjoy your lifestyle because you still have those dividend stocks paying you dividends month after month. So ages 50 years old, so 50 till 59, you should have 5 to 6x of your salary saved. So again, Very simple. If you make $100,000 a year, you should have $600,000 of that saved up by ages 50 to 59. Pretty simple, but here are some accomplishments that you can shoot for and goals that you want to aim for. One, you want to consider paying off your home completely. This will give you the relief that you owe no more debt to the bank and you are completely pretty much debt free. And three is going to be know your future spend. So how much do you plan to spend in the near future? You're at 50 to 59 years old. Do you want to buy something very expensive? Then consider saving up more so you can afford that in the future. Or if you're not going to spend too much and you want to live just a medium lifestyle, then consider investing a little bit less because you don't need that much to live off from. Just know and find out your medium and happy ground and invest towards that. Alright, at ages 60 to 69, you should have 10 to 12x of your salary saved. Very simple as again, take your yearly income and times that by 10 to 12. So 10 times 100,000, a million, and 12 times that is going to be 1.2 million. It's very simple math. Also, some other accomplishments is you should be able to pay off your home completely by this age. And third, you should be able to save even more if you need it. If you plan to live a more lavish lifestyle, consider saving more so your dividends can contribute and pay for your lifestyle. And the last one on this list is going to be the fourth accomplishment. It's going to be you have access to your retirement accounts for all those years that you contributed from ages 20 to 60, 40 years of progress. You'll be finally be able to withdraw that out completely tax free. And well, the rest, everything 60 and beyond is completely up to you because I don't want to, it's those years you have worked many years. It's up to you to spend your own money. Do you want to save it and pass it on to the next generation, or do you want to donate it all? You want to spend it all? It's completely up to you. This video was meant to be a ballpark because it's not going to be perfect for everybody. Some people are going to make a lot more and some people are going to make a bit less, and it really depends. Find your medium ground and try to hit those goals every single decade of your life. The best time to get invested and get started on this journey to retire early or to retire at age 60 is going to be right now. So get started right now building your future and building your wealth by following this simple guideline. At what age you should have how much contributed to your net worth. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching as always, and check out these two other videos about personal finance and investing. And until next time.